Yo, what is going on? It is the NRW crew, and we are back with another weekly for you all. You know what we do. We come out and we tell you what's coming out this week. And this week, I am joined with my amazing cohorts. I got Heather Don't Hurt Them there with me. What's going on, Heather?
Hello. Nothing much.
And also the leader, Kuya P. He's hanging out with us as well. What's going on, Kuya P?
I'm good, my man. I'm good. Good to see you. Good to see you both. Good to see you both.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's just another week, just more craziness. New York is yellow or orange. It's hazy in DC. We're hearing sonic booms. Things are just going wild, and then we got great movies coming out this week. This month has just reminded me how many cool things we got coming out this month. I'm super excited for. Before we get to that though, what's been going on in your life though? What has been happening? Miss Heather, go first. What's been happening with you? How are you doing? What you been watching? What you been hating? What's going
on? So we had kind of a loss in our family. So it's been a lot of feel good shit that you like to just watch and rewatch. I think I'm on viewing number 4065 of Psych, an NBCU show. But recently, finally, Ted Lasso came to an end. I'm not saying that in a positive way. I'm just saying that I can finally binge it because my husband and I felt that we could not emotionally handle watching it week to week. We'd rather just be devastated in one fell swoop. So we are currently binging that and watching lots of stuff that with you guys.
I didn't realize Ted Lasso was a heartbreak. I thought it was
no, it's a good heart feels. It's a good
okay.
It takes your heart and it fills it with all the good things that you, all the positives and if you're not watching Ted Lasso, you are not doing justice. You're not doing justice to your soul, to your heart, to your well-being. It will actually add years to your life. You should be watching Ted Lasso. And y'all should also message my husband at Troa2040 on Twitter and tell him to get me a teddy bear so from Build-A-Bear.
He's refusing
to get me a teddy bear so.
Aww. When's your birthday? Is your birthday coming up soon?
No, it's past. I just want a freaking teddy bear that looks like Ted Lasso.
Well, it's 5:00 somewhere, right? It's your birthday somewhere, so it's just we'll make that message. We'll relay that message. What about you, Kuya P? What's been going on with you, man? What have you been checking out?
Oh man, well, because we have the Kayfabe Baby, the NRW Ring Generals podcast. I do it with Webster Style and Sean Mongold on the channel. I've been trying to catch up on wrestling. There's been like a week or two ago, there was a lot of wrestling all in one weekend, which was a lot, but also amazing. A lot of stuff was happening. But since then, I kind of fell off because kind of post that amongst us, we've had a lot of screeners and screenings and a lot of interviews and a lot of to do with that. So it kind of made me fall off on my TV viewing habits. So I've been having to try and check a lot of stuff in on DVR. But then as soon as I try to watch a DVR something, there'd come another project that I'd have to prepare for another interview or whatever. So it's been like that. So not a lot I can't hate on, which is good to say. There has been some stuff that, especially something dropping this week that I'm really going to hate on, but there's been a lot of good. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff. And we've talked about it on the channel, but what I do want to talk about to you both, this is totally off base, totally not what we do on the weekly, but because I have this forum with you guys right now, have y'all been like seeing that there's been this alien crash in like Las Vegas and it was all over the news and like they're being very legit about it and no one's talking about aliens right now and there's legit.
Everyone is talking about aliens, sir.
I've been talking about aliens for years.
Article about it.
I'm going to jump on Kuya P.
No, sir. No, sir.
I'm going ham though right now. Did y'all see that thing in Las Vegas like 2 or 3 days ago?
No.
Of course.
It's all over YouTube right now, too. Yeah.
Plugged in, dude. I'm plugged in. I'm
plugged
in. Don't come get me, Men in Black. But yes, I've been watching a lot of it. I'm well aware of all the fucking things. And I've been saying it for you. I'm like, come on. Like they just announced it during the pandemic that it was.
I can't even confirm nor deny of what I know, but man, I can't talk about stuff that's out in the news and like that. There's just, to me, I don't see enough people talking about it right now, man.
This is what my comedy, I'd be up there talking about it and no one is talking about it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Wild.
So what about you, Glenn Lawrence? But beyond aliens, man. But yeah, that's got my attention, like that we're not talking enough about aliens. So if you both are talking about it, then hopefully the world will start talking about it. And so we can finally make that happen in 2023. What
if we were the first galactic review site? You know what I mean? Like what if aliens saw our site first and they're like, these are the guys who need to be representing it? Because here's what I think. How come in the media aliens are never like viewed appropriately? You know what I mean? They be treating aliens like black people in the media. It's always like, they're killers, they're murderers. No, give them their fair shake. They probably just want to help us out. They got some cool tech that they're going to be like, hey man, get down with this tech. You know what
I mean? Can I interject for one real quick second, since it's Pride Month too? I'm going to say this. They're treated more like homosexuals than anything, because for some reason they're always going up butts. I don't understand. Why are we attacking them for They don't care so much about that spot. They probably went to one and were like, nah. Humans are.
They come through and they just want to be like, yo, smoke this Jupiter ganja. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna hold you down. We got some cool little tech for you. You know what I mean? We got some awesome little vibrators. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever been intergalactically penetrated or probed? You know what
Apparently,
I'm saying?
A lot of people have. To be fair.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. I've been thinking about it, and it's definitely so. It's wild to see that. I saw the video and I was like, that video is. I don't know. It's kind of fake, but I have watched, these documentaries before where they said not only have they been here for like a while, like there might be a plan on introducing them, which may not be like, they may introduce them in a nefarious thing. That's why they put it out in the media, all these alien takeover, but really they're just like, if they've been here for a while, they're probably cool with us. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but don't fall for the okie doke. If they try to come out and say like these aliens are hurting you, just don't fall for the okie doke. They've been here for a while. They probably just like, hey, what's going on, man?
Well, we welcome.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NRW, where nerds just talk about space junk all day long.
Hey, I welcome our alien overlords.
Wouldn't that be dope if they came down there like, it seems that nerds in fact rule the world, and Kuya is their leader.
Do you really want that responsibility? Do you?
We saw your review for Transformers. It was very accurate to how our people should be presented.
Hey man.
Speaking of which, we have that Transformers review coming for you. Check out the channel. That'll be out sometime this week, I'm pretty sure. But
what do you got going on, Glenn?
Oh, man, listen, I've been catching up on things. You know what I just called up? I'm catching up on Dave. I don't know if you Little Dicky.
I've been meaning to. I like Little Dicky.
Yeah, Little Dicky. It was a very,
and my man Andrew Santino is in that.
It's on FX. It's a great show. I really like it. The season finale for season 2 really had me like kind of tearing up, similar to Heather with Ted Lasso. I was like, oh man, this is like feel good. And now I'm in the middle of season 3, about to finish that up, trying to catch on up, because I like you all, like I don't want to be watching it week to week. I want to be able to just binge it, to get through it. So I'm there with Dave. That's been a great watch. And we've been watching some things that weren't so great and some things that were great. And like I said, stay tuned to the channel, because we're going to have those reviews for you. But like we always do, we like to talk about what's coming out this week. Some of the things we have seen, some of the things we have not seen, and some of the things we are definitely going to be telling you to see. And I got some picks for everybody. I hope they're good picks.
Let's go.
Ready?
I'm ready.
How much are you feeling good about it?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Well, the first thing that we're going to see is, it's in the vein of something that I don't tend to watch, but I think I told Kuya way back when that I was going to go out on a limb and watch it with him. And then I was kind of waffling whether I was going to go back and forth, but I finally landed on it. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch some horror, and I got to, because it's for the culture, man. Let's check out The Blackening.
Okay.
Reunion about to crack. We got the whole crew back.
Really, bitch? A cabin in the woods?
Now let's get it all in perspective for all y'all enjoyment.
You still a slave to the white man?
Y'all gonna start calling my wife the white man, all right?
Newness, here's the anthem. Put your hands up that you shoot with. Count your
But we do on June
for Juneteenth, the Blackening.
Look for the fuse box.
What kind of house is this?
No, thank you.
The Blackening?
Whoa! Jim Crow Monopoly.
Shit probably runs on racism.
Pick a card and save Morgan.
What do you mean, save Morgan?
Refuse to play, and she dies.
I think we have to play the game. In your predicament, the black character is always the first to die. I will spare your lives if you sacrifice the person you deem the blackest.
The blackest?
Nobody should judge anybody in here, bro.
You have 2 minutes to decide.
See, Nika, she say nigga the most.
Nigga.
See?
Wait.
Y'all can't pick me. I'm gay.
Oh, Clifton. Yeah.
I can prove I'm not the blackest.
Prove it.
I've never seen Friday. I voted for Trump.
What?
Twice.
Big money, playboy, your time's up.
A plan.
Don't say it. Don't you dare.
Don't say this dumb shit.
We have to split up.
Your time has run out. It's time to die.
There's a crazy person out here hunting us. You got Rosa Parks on your shirt, right? Would she be sitting down right now?
I mean, that's exactly what she did.
You can shut up.
Made you look. Made you look.
Why black women gotta save everyone all the damn time?
Made you look.
Yo, stop playing.
I got a gun.
That's too DMX. What are you doing?
Yo,
Oh.
The Blackening. That's coming out June 16th. Theaters near you. It's got an amazing cast, amazing concept. I don't know. I'm pretty excited to check out this movie. What are you guys thinking about this?
I think for you, Glenn, because you're scared. You were saying earlier, I'm scared. It's a horror movie, but I think it's more laughs than scares, bro.
Yeah.
I think you'll be rolling more than you'll be jumping in my lap because you're scared.
No, I'll be jumping in the lap. I jump when
There'll
literally
be plenty of jump scares. Plenty
it
of
looks
jump.
like it's going to be a absolute laugh riot where you're going to potentially piss yourself from jump laughing.
It looks like it's going to be great. Directed by Tim Story. It's got Antoinette Robinson in there, Dwayne Perkins, Seneca Walls, just a crazy cast. Yvonne Orji's in there, Jay Farrow. I'm very excited to see it. I don't really like horror movies, but this is it seems like it's kind of cool. It reminds me, I remember we did the interviews and stuff with Bitch Ass. Remember?
I was going to say, this
is
when I saw the official first trailer, because I think y'all did the trailer reacts without me.
Mm-hmm.
When I finally saw the first trailer, I was just like, this looks like a true budgeted version of Bitch Ass.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. So it feels like Bitch Ass did, that was independent. This is like you said, budgeted. It's a little bit of a different thing, different take on it. But I like where it goes. To me, it looked like the Black Scream, you know what I mean, to some degree. But then a little bit closer to the Scary Movie because we Black people, we can't take anything seriously. We always got jokes. Any situation, we always got jokes. It's crazy. But I'm excited to check it out. The whole thing just has me really, really intrigued to see what they have done with this. So that's why I'm gonna forego my normal stance, which is not check it out. But do you all have individual thoughts that you're thinking on it, or is that?
I'm excited. Yeah, just excited, ready to check it out, man. Yeah, looks like a fun film.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be a ball. It's gonna be one of the best horror films of the year. Calling it now.
Hey,
okay, I love it. I agree with it wholeheartedly. Can't wait to see it. Going to check it out. That's June 16th coming to you this week. Whew, that was good. All right, that was a whirlwind, and now we're gonna check out another whirlwind, which is one of the elements. We're gonna check out Elemental. That was a terrible segue, but let's roll it anyway. Pixar joy.
Meet the residents of Element City. Air usually has their head in the clouds.
Oh, my new jacket.
Earth can be a little seedy.
Nothing weird going on here.
Just a little pruning. Water is always getting into something. Help! And fire, as ordered, we run a little hot.
This shop is dream of our family. Someday it'll all be yours.
But we all live by one simple rule.
Elements cannot mix.
The pipe squished me all out of shape.
Dang.
That's better.
Oh.
So you've never left Firetown?
Sorry, buddy. Elements don't mix. Hey! Plus, my dad would boil you alive.
Why does anyone get to tell you what you can do in your life? Come on! Why do they even have these?
Who knows?
Watch this!
Whoa.
Ember, I see a change in you.
What, hair guy?
Why are there other?
This is my mom's place.
We got two kids that are swimming around here somewhere. Orca! Follow!
I've been trying to fill my father's shoes, but I never once asked what I wanted to do.
Try this!
Dad, those are too hot.
I love hot food.
You see? He likes it.
In theaters this week, June 16th, of course, because all our picks are from this week. Elemental. What are y'all thinking? What are y'all thinking? That was very, very cute. We actually got to see an advanced screening of it where we really kind of enjoyed what they had going on there. Very, very cute film. We won't give too much away from it. You can check out our review coming out soon, again, later this week. Yeah, what did y'all think? Elemental, what do you think about that?
Well, I would say, like you said, we'll have our full review where we'll go in deeper with amongst the three of us. But just offhand, I would say that the film surprised me. It wasn't what I was expecting from the trailer initially when we were given that. So when we did see it, I was very pleasantly surprised. I felt a lot deeper connection with it as a person of color, as a second generation immigrant with my mom coming here from the Philippines, and kind of like that. Was imbued with the story and these characters that I hope that when the general audience sees it, they'll see the deeper meaning behind all of it. Another Pixar, another amazing Pixar classic. Yeah, but deeper in our review, Heather.
I once again, we'll talk about it later. You'll see it. Just subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. But what I will say is the other thing that will surprise you is Carl's date. It was fun to go back to the world of Up. It's one of my favorite Pixar films. There might be a Doug joining us in our review, just as a heads up. But it's there are several surprises, including the well-known, highly award-winning Pixar shorts at the beginning. So you will love it I won't say you'll love it because we're not doing the full review. There will be surprises from beginning to end. There we go. Yeah,
and I'm not going to give anything away. You'll see it in our full review. But this movie, I think you'll really enjoy it. Very, very cute. The trailer, I think, is enough to entice people to go check it out. Take your kids to it, to go check it out. I really love what they did here. Directed by Peter Sohn, Leah Lewis, Mamadou Athie, and your boy, Ronnie Del Carmen, was one of the voices in there, Kuya P. So check it out, support the peeps. But Elemental, man, coming out this week. I think everybody should be really excited to see that. Whew, all right, it seems like all of that was over in a flash, and now we come to our final pick for the week, which is Stan Lee. Gotcha. Just pulled a little sleight of hand there. The reason why we have things like The Flash and all these other comic book things. Stan Lee, the guy who created so much. I know he didn't create The Flash, but you know what I mean? Like he's like that whole era, all of that is I feel like very much attributed to what he brought to us, and the reason why comic books got so big are from the heart that he put into it at the beginning. And we get characters like the Flash who have a lot of things in there. But let's check out what Stan Lee, one of the greatest creators of comic books in the world, what he has in store for us with the documentary Stan Lee coming out this week.
Look great, Hef.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a camera wrap on the creator of Iron Man, Mr. Stan Lee.
Hi, I'm Stan Lee, editor of the Marvel Comics group of superhero comic magazines.
We didn't have any money. It was during the Depression, but I would read everything I could get my hands on. And man, I felt as though I could go anywhere. What I tried to do was write the kind of stories I would want to read.
Our superheroes are the kind of people that you or I would be if we had a superpower.
It's really a religious crusade, I like to think.
Stan was always an upbeat person. I never saw him angry.
There are so many bad things in the world that if you can entertain somebody for a while, it's a good thing. If you really want to change things and make them better, you've got to plunge in.
Lick. There it is, Stan Lee documentary coming out June 16th. And, you know I was tying the Flash in. The reason why I was tying the Flash is because the Flash comes out this week. A lot of people are probably thinking that I picked the Flash because it's such a big movie coming out, which we did see. Review should be coming out very, very soon for the Flash. A lot of people have thoughts on it. We will leave those thoughts elsewhere. You can see the review for those. But someone who has had such a market impact on comic books as a whole, and my belief, you could probably disagree with me, is things like The Flash may not have come out or taken the path that they did without a creator like Stan Lee kind of setting the groundwork, the foundation for all these things. So that is why I decided to pick that as opposed to the big movie that is coming out this week, which we all have thoughts on. But what do y'all think? What do y'all think about this documentary, Stan Lee? What's it bring to mind for you first, Heather? What are you thinking?
Stan Lee is going to be one of those characters that a lot of people are going to, the documentary is going to surprise a lot of people. And I'm not saying this as a comic retailer who many times had to explain to people that Stan Lee was a writer and not an artist. That's got nothing to do with anything that will surprise them at all. But it's going to be someone who has a lot of, who loves collecting comics, who's read a lot of comics, who's worked in comics. It's going to be very heartfelt. It's going to be full of stories that a lot of people don't know, that a lot of people know very well. And it's going to give people a window into a world that they maybe didn't get to experience because they never got to meet him. So I'm excited for it. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm sure we're going to talk about it here. So
yeah. Kuya P, what about you, man?
I definitely would agree with Heather. I had the opportunity to interact and meet him at Baltimore Comic-Con along with John Romita and John Romita Jr. They did like this whole big thing, and they were giving a bunch of awards, and just had the opportunity to sit with him. He's like a mythic, godlike figure to all of us. And I have a lot of respect and a lot of love for him. Although I will say, if you're a fan of this industry, you learn all about the industry. And there's a lot of things that people don't know too much about Stan, and he's taken a lot of credit for a lot of things, which I also think there's many people on his staff that was part of the Marvel bullpen that deserves as much praise and as much love. Jack Kirby to be the top of my list. I think a lot of the love that Stan gets is he stands on the shoulders of Jack Kirby, and they just deserve equal credit. I love Stan Lee, love Stan Lee. But I just want everybody else that created what we know and love to get just as much credit as Stan gets. But super excited to see this. Again, don't get it twisted. I love Stan Lee, but it takes a village to create what we saw. And I think what Hollywood and what a lot of the culture has done in the years has given more of the credit to Stan, when there's a lot of other people that just are just as well deserved to get that credit.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be really, really interesting to watch this documentary to see how that is portrayed. I don't know.
That's what I hope within it happens.
Yeah, did you already see an advanced screening of it, Heather or Kuya P? Did y'all see it? Have y'all seen it?
I'd have to check, but I've been so busy. We may have gotten
Kuya P
it, and I don't know.
If Kuya P is holding on to anything comics related, specifically something that might have Sam L in it, and he hasn't told me about it, then we are going to be having some words.
So just for the record, Kuya P does not have.
I'll check.
Don't even check. Just say you don't have it.
I don't have it.
I'm trying to save you here.
I got you. Thank you.
No, but I think it'll be very, very interesting, especially for someone like myself who has a tertiary knowledge of like the deeper comic book world. You know what I mean? Like I was a collector. I watched a ton of cartoons, played a ton of video games here and there. I would get them, but you guys are, we're deep in it. You have stacks upon stacks, and I've read like the most popular ones and a couple of niche ones here and there, but I wasn't, super ingrained. And I actually found Comic-Con and things like that much later in life during the cosplays and whatnot. But I will say, understood in terms of like other people being able to create it and people taking credit for other people's work. At the same time, I feel like getting more stories like this, like Stan Lee, where you can tell like where exactly was his niche in, because he definitely had an effect, and people have glommed on and basically catapulted him to this very high stature. But where did everybody else play into it? I'd love to see a Jack Kirby documentary. That's a name that I have heard a lot, and I know have a lot to do with a lot of things that were created. And of course, I love hearing where the politics were in all this thing. Like this person worked here, but he had to do this, and then had to do this, and then move to this, and really, they were. So I'm
ready for that.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
So what you're saying is that I'm going to have a hour-long conversation with myself and
I would love to hear Heather's backstories. As a matter of fact, I miss doing it at the store where we could just hang out and have some comic book talks and find different things. But I'm very excited to see this. I would love to see a Jack Kirby documentary as well, and all the other creators and illustrators, if somehow in the comic book world that comes to fruition, I would love to check that out as well. But Stan the Man, I mean, when you think about it, aside from all the politics and what got where, what got taken from who where, I just think the fact that someone in their imagination can create something or be part of creating something that creates this whole new world that literally brings the entire world together on certain things, it's just incredible coming from one person's like imagination, and that includes whether you're talking about Stan Lee or Jack Kirby or like whoever, that one person's piece to this puzzle, that one person's imagination did something to bring all these people together. It's brought us together, you know what I mean? So that's what's great about it. That's what's great about getting that story told. And I'm excited to hear what his story is. As a matter of fact, I have the Legion M shirt, and Legion M, they actually have done a project with Stan Lee that should be coming out soon. It's called, I believe, Icons or whatever, where they did a VR interview with Stan Lee. It's one of the last things that he did while he was alive, and because he was really behind Legion M, which is a fan-based, fan-funded Hollywood studio, and he was really behind that effort, or really in that effort. Don't get me saying behind, because there's some other people who were behind it, but he was very passionate about that, and he was very supportive of that, and he was gracious enough to give them one of the last interviews that he did while he was with us. And they actually threw him a thing that was at the Tony Stark mansion. They threw a big party for him. So it's very, very interesting. I've said enough. I feel like we could keep talking about it, but we probably got to get out of here because we got some reviews to do. So Heather Hurt, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me at Nerd-is-a-Heather on Twitter and at Heather-is-a-Nerd on TikTok and Instagram. And as just a statement, for those of you who can, please adopt animals. Please adopt, adopt. Do not go to those puppy mills. Don't do anything. Just support animals that are already around, and send some money to some shelters. They could really use it.
Nice. And Kuya P, what about you, man? Where can they find you?
I love that. Echo Heather about, animals. As you see and probably saw while we were talking, two of my dogs were like, I was rubbing one of them on the head, Alfred. And yeah, I love my dogs. And I got Lily over here on the side. Anyway, Much love to our animal friends out there. For me, it's the Legend Kuya P on Twitter, TikTok, IG, Hive, and of course here with Heather and Glenn at the NRW and Release Wednesday, where nerds rule the world. How can people level up with you, Mr. Glenn Lawrence?
Man, check me out on levelupcomedy.com. Glenn Levels Up on Twitter, Glenn Lawrence Comedy on Facebook and IG. And with that, that is your weekly picks. How did I do, y'all?
Oh, excellent. Because you didn't put in the the trash.
Oh, we're supposed to save it for the review, Kuya P.
Just saying.
Anyways, thank you for joining us. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things for us to get us pumping out there into the world so we can bring you more content like this every week, like we do. And with that, we're out. Peace.